Hello, Gabby Turner here, and in this pick a card reading, we're going to be asking your spirit guides, are you making good life choices? And we're going to get some helpful insights and guidance to go along with that question. So we've got three options represented by these goddess cards from left to right. Group number one, if you're drawn to this goddess card, it's Goddess Hathor. Group number two is Estsanatlehi. Estsanatlehi, I think that's how you say it. Group number three is Eos. So those are your three options. So take a moment here and see which goddess or goddesses are calling out to you. The timestamps are listed in the description box along with the goddess's name. And once you have made your decision, go ahead and use those timestamps, and I'll see you at your reading. All right, group one, you chose Goddess Hathor. Wonderful choice. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Now, I actually recorded all of this reading, and I'm having to record it over. So I'm not going to have all of the cards necessarily that I pulled when I was doing this before. So I'm sorry about that. But I think this will be a little bit more streamlined because I can just say what the message is without having to interpret the cards, because I've already done that. But are you making good life choices? So the first part of this is, yes, you're making good life choices in terms of people like you, people love you. You are a joy to have around. You are a light in people's lives. People want to be a part of your social circle. They're very captivated by you. They're very drawn by you. But the thing is, the area where you are not succeeding or where you're not making good life choices, is that you are shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to your own personal success. So yes, it's great to be well liked, but you are prioritizing that in such a way that you are actually blocking your own success. So it's like, well, people will like me more if I don't reach my full potential. So I'm not going to, I don't want people to think that I'm competitive, or I don't want to cause conflict with other people. And your spirit guides gave you a great visualization. Hopefully, maybe I can find these cards. But they gave the visualization of imagining yourself having the career success that you want. It was represented by the Queen of Pentacles. But then also simultaneously visualizing yourself being loved and congratulated and appreciated by other people. Here we go. Right? So both of those things can be true at the same time. So that's the first blockage that they want you to work through. So visualize yourself as successful as you desire to be, as successful, reaching your full potential in your career life, like really succeeding, flourishing. And people love you for it, right? So you want to be able to imagine that those two things can both happen simultaneously. You don't have to dim your own light. You don't have to hold yourself back in order to maintain other people's love and respect for you. The other thing that I was picking up that is holding you back is that, well, I pulled this fortune cookie for you. And so this is part of it. And so I've already opened the fortune cookie, but it says, life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. And that is a quote from Seneca. And I was pulling some other cards, and the feeling that I got was that you are coming, maybe your life is actually a series of plays. We'll think of the metaphor that way. And periods of our life don't have to last forever. They can bring us great experiences, but we go through different cycles. We go through different eras, if you will, in our life. And I think that you've been going through a cycle where you're striving to impress people who are above you in some way. So it could be your teachers, your mentors, your boss, your manager, just people who are that you see as deserving of respect, people with status of some kind. But the thing is, you know, you are leaving behind. You're at the final scene or the final act, maybe, of a play in which you've been playing the teacher's pet. And you've been very good at that role, right? You're succeeding, you're being appreciated, you're being acknowledged, but you are meant to be the teacher or the manager or the elder or the esteemed member of the community, the person with status. You're not meant to be the underling anymore. So you've gotten to a place where you're outgrowing that cycle of your life, and you need to be willing to step into your new phase of excellence. So you were excellent in this phase, being, I'm just going to call it the teacher's pet, but that can be a metaphor. Teacher's pet in the sense that you're trying to live up to other people's expectations. They're setting the bar for you. They're telling you what to do. But you're about to come into a phase where you are choosing what's important to you, and you are setting the pace, and maybe even doing that for other people, setting the bar for other people, even being a boss, being a teacher, being a leader, right? Versus I'm taking cues from other people and making sure that their vision comes to fruition. What about your own vision? I feel like that's what your spirit guides also want you to focus on, is knowing that you're strong enough now to step into that new role and that new cycle of excellence. So I hope that makes sense. Hopefully, maybe this message was a little bit more streamlined than the first time I recorded it. But in any case, thank you so much for watching Group 1 who chose Hathor. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, Group 2, you chose Goddess Estsanatlehi. Let's go ahead and get into your reading and find out, are you making good life choices? So the feeling that I was getting as I was shuffling, I haven't pulled your cards yet, but I feel like you guys are a little bit, there are some projects you're working on or things that you do that are hidden maybe from your friends or your social group, the people you interact with socially, like aspects of your life that they don't know about. And I think that you just don't feel the need to tell them about it. But these are important aspects of your life. I don't know, it's almost like you just want to keep that to yourself. So I'm not sure how that plays in, but I'm just picking up on that. So let's just ask, are you making good life choices? Yes, I'm getting a resounding yes. So this is interesting. So we have the King of Pentacles upright, we have the Three of Cups upright, and we have the Four of Cups upright. So I would say, like in specifically in relation to what I just mentioned, not telling everything about your life to your social circle is actually best for you. And I think it's best for you because I don't know, maybe it would be, on the one hand, it could be like sort of demotivating, you know. I think basically, whether you realize this is why you're doing it or not, you're practicing this principle of, you know, when you're trying to manifest something, you don't want to tell everyone about it because, first of all, they might react poorly and their feedback could kind of like, you know, poke a hole in your balloon. But the other aspect of it is, it's almost like when you have told someone what your goal is, the momentum to actually carry out that objective and actually fulfill it in real time goes away, because it's almost like it gives that feeling that we've accomplished it just by putting it out there that we're working on it. Okay, so you're making the right choice in terms of that. What else do your spirit guides have to say? Yeah, I mean, I guess they're just doubling down. They're saying you will be successful without kind of introducing this particular project or goal into this social circle. Okay, so is there more that you need to say about that, spirit guides? Okay, and they're saying you do need to start communicating it, though, to people who maybe carry the same vision or who can help you with this project, because there are certain aspects of this project that you can't do alone, so you will need help. And maybe that's hiring someone out. Let's say you're writing a book and you need it to be edited or something. I don't know. I'm just giving an example, but like, there may be times at which you do need to find the right people for the job, and that's who you should communicate it to at the moment when it's about solving a problem and getting to the next level. But just in terms of your social circle, like, it's better to keep all of this to yourself as you're going through the process of trying to achieve this goal. Okay, anything else that you're wanting to talk about, spirit guides? I think that they're just saying, like, you know, a lot of the people that you spend time with socially, they probably wouldn't quite understand what you're doing, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think that this is just a confirmation that it's okay that you have this other side of your life that maybe this group of people wouldn't get or understand. They don't have to. You can still be friends with them or spend time with them socially. You don't have to share everything with them, and they don't have to share everything with you. All right, so now I'm going to open your chocolate covered fortune cookie and see what your fortune is, and see what that adds to the message here. These are definitely more difficult to, oh no, it broke. The fortune broke. Oh Lord. I've never gotten chocolate covered fortune cookies before, and they are not easy to open. Sorry about this. Oh my, I'm gonna get crumbs everywhere. Okay, here we go. Whew. Okay. Unplanned moments, such as this one, are always better than planned ones. Anonymous. Well, that was kind of ironic. Unplanned moments are always better than planned ones. Interesting. Unplanned moments are always better than planned ones. Huh. I kind of feel like, you know, maybe part of the reason you're not telling these people is that you don't think they would agree with what you're doing, or they wouldn't understand it, or there's some sort of conflict. Like, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm writing something that the people that I go to church with would probably not understand, because it's something that it has a conceptualization of Jesus Christ that is maybe not in the status quo of how most Christians look at it. So I could think to myself and preoccupy myself with, you know, how am I going to plan to reveal this to them, or like, how am I going to plan for when this is finalized and they might actually read it or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not only is it good that you're keeping certain things to yourself and not telling it to this group of people, also, like, when you do succeed in this, when you do get it all together and you fulfill whatever this goal is, you can't control, and it's okay to be spontaneous about the outcome of how everyone responds when they finally do come to learn about it, if they ever do. I kind of feel like that's what is being said here. But yeah, it's kind of like just accepting. You can accept your own emotional connection to whatever it is that you're working on. And you can also equally accept and have compassion for what other people's responses might be. Whether it's these people or just anyone out there, right? Like you're going to get, once a project is finished, if it's something that you put out there for people to see or become aware of, people are going to have responses to it. And that's, first of all, we can't plan those things. Second of all, that's part of the wonder of being alive, is this process of discovery. You know, like I was guided or compelled to do this thing, and let's see what the result is, you know, including how are other people reacting to it. So hopefully that message helps, group 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, you chose Goddess Eos. So let's see if you are making good life choices according to your spirit guides, and we'll get some guidance from them about your journey as well. So let me give a good shuffle here. And then stay to the end of the reading because I have a chocolate-covered fortune cookie with a fortune cookie message also giving you some guidance. Wow, you have all 3 cards upright, so you definitely are making good life choices. First of all, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Sun card, and then we have the 2 of Swords. I feel like you're making choices that are really putting yourself in the spotlight, or like allowing your talents, your skills, your personality maybe even, to just really shine. It's like you're on stage, or you're putting yourself out there in some way. Being very bold and charismatic. And I feel like there's a dual side to you, however, with this 2 of Swords. Like you're succeeding in doing this, and yet at the same time, there's this part of you that's like the behind the scenes part of your personality. Not everyone gets to see that, but you're balancing those 2 sides of yourself very well. There's the public persona, which is still true. You know, I think both of these are authentic. And then there's the private self, where you're just kind of, what's the word for it? Where you're kind of decompressing, or, you know, processing, or just getting quiet and not needing to be on, right? There's the you that's on, and like, I'm here to entertain. I'm here to be like, to dazzle you, you know, with my personality, my wit. Perhaps you know, maybe you're a very funny person. Talkative, you know, talented, anyway, popular, you know. But then behind the scenes, you're kind of like more quiet and introspective. This is what I'm getting. So yeah, this is wonderful. It's like you're succeeding in allowing yourself to be the multitude of who you are, which is really great. That can be so difficult sometimes when we have multiple facets to who we are as a person. You know, how can we allow all of that to express itself without feeling like somehow we're being false? But I think in your case, none of this feels false. Like it all feels very genuine. And your spirit guides, I feel like, are really proud of you. I feel like this is what they're saying now. We are so proud of you for learning how to do this. And you may not realize it, but this is not an easy, this isn't something that's very easy for a lot of people to do. And they're actually learning from you. People can learn from your ability to do this. To be your quiet, cozy self with your cup of tea, but also to be that like vivacious personality that's making everyone laugh. You know what I mean? So I think that at some degree, people do have a window into this quieter version of you. They know something about it somehow. And it helps other people to understand how they can also shine the multiple facets of who they are, right? Whatever that may be. All right, anything else that your spirit guides want to say to you today? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they just are full of kudos and congratulations. They're so happy to see you in a place where you feel so comfortable in your skin and you're not doubting yourself. You're knowing your worth. You're knowing your value. You are fully accepting everything about yourself. And your spirit guides think that this is wonderful. Okay. All right, so I'm going to end with this chocolate covered fortune cookie. Group 2 was, the fortune cookie was very difficult to open, so okay, this is easier, thank goodness. All right. Okay, so it says, if you don't know where you are going, then any road can take you there. Lewis Carroll. If you don't know where you are going, then any road can take you there. I feel like that you are people who already kind of understand this. Like there's an innate sense of self-trust, of like, I'm in control of my journey and I will figure it out no matter what. So it doesn't matter if I don't know where I'm going. I'll just do something and I'll make the most of it. You know, you're so grounded. We had the Queen of Pentacles and now the King of Pentacles. How do you do it? I want to be as grounded and stable as you. It's like you are so trusting. You trust the ground beneath you. And like when changes arise, you're not flustered by them. Yeah. I just want you to know, and I think your spirit guides want you to know, like, how much beauty you bring into the world, how much spiritual healing you bring in the world just by this sort of like calm and stable acceptance of who you are and everything's okay and everything's going to be okay. You know, like, look at this woman here. She's kind of like slightly smiling, even though she's in a situation that clearly it looks like it's a difficult situation. It's like you really have understood when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Like lemonade is wonderful. When we want to drink lemonade, which is giving me an extended metaphor here about Beyonce. Isn't that funny? Like she had a difficult experience in her life and she made an album called Lemonade. Like she also took that metaphor and really like extended it. But yeah, I mean, like in the hardest of times, there can be something that is beautiful that we can find within that difficulty. And it's like, I feel like you understand this lesson so well. It's so refreshing. Wow. Your spirit guides are just so impressed with you. All right, so yes, you are making good life choices, Group 3, and congratulations. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that was helpful and a good confirmation that you're on the right path, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.